Joined now by Syracuse head coach Gary Gait ahead of Syracuse's return to ACC play this weekend down at UNC. We'll open it up for questions.
How'd you take these last, I guess it'll be 11 days from when you played Cornell to here, and you see a little more emphasis in practice, so to say, on the details?
Just we kind of regrouped, refocused, and got back to what we were doing when we had success. So, really just an opportunity to refocus. It was a weird game we played in, and didn't get the result we wanted, but we did a lot of really good things in that game, and then we kind of fell apart. So it was a good chance to refocus, work on some of our basics, and get back to doing what we need to do to have success.
Do you think the longer break after the big loss or the comeback loss helps or hurts the team in the longer run?
It makes you hungry, I know that, because you have that bad taste in your mouth and you want to do something about it, but you can't. So you just got to show up every day at practice and try and work and get better so that you hopefully have a different result next time you play.
With Coach March still suspended for next game, how is your team in adjusting to that reality?
I think we'll be fine. We have time to prepare. It makes it a lot easier than when it just happens in mid-game and, he's running the offense and he's been running, last 5 years here. And realistically, it was tough to adapt, mid-game. But I think with, 11 days or whatever we've had, it's plenty of time. And certainly understand what's going on. I think the team's, we've been preparing for it, so we'll be fine and ready to go.
Did you contest that at all, like the situation with March, or what was, I don't know, did you contest it?
Oh, I certainly inquired about it. I thought the way it all played out was very interesting, and, but there is no system for appeal. That's what I've learned now. Probably something that we'll take a look at and maybe bring up at our next coaches convention. Is if a ref suspends somebody and you don't agree with it, is there a way we can have an appeal process? And right now we don't have it, so it just is what it is. And we may not have agreed with the call or the way it all went down, but we're stuck with it and we're living by it, and that's just the way it goes.
I'm sorry if somebody already asked this, Gary, but was there an objection to that crew before the game?
Possibly. I had inquired about a possible change in the crew, and they said they weren't going to make a change, so that's the way it went.
Was that due to a conflict of interest at Cornell, or can you share the reasoning for your...
Just to be honest, didn't think one of the officials was up to speed for a top-ranked opponents playing each other, and just inquired if there was a way we could make a change, and unfortunately there wasn't, and the game played out the way it did.
I want to ask something a little bit more general about your kind of coaching philosophy, and you talk a lot about letting the players kind of play their game.
Yep.
When you were playing, what were some of the lessons that you took away or experiences that you had that kind of formed your ideology around that?
Really, it was about taking ownership of what happens on the field. Players make the plays. Coaches help put you in situations to have success, but you have to understand the game, and you got to take responsibility, for what type of shot you're going to take, when you're going to dodge, all that stuff. Really, up to the players. So what I took away from that is you want to make your players have a great lacrosse IQ so they understand when and when not to make plays and do things, and hopefully develop their confidence so when you're in an overtime game, you finish the shot, you make the play, and that's something that we're continuing to work on. So certainly a lesson I learned, and trying to pass that on and develop players that have the ability to make those plays in crunch situations.
Coach, UNC's Owen Duffy as a freshman has really stood out so far for them. What are you guys going to do to try and slow him down on Saturday?
We're going to try and make sure that his shots are contested. You know, I think that's the key for their attack is don't let them have open shots. You know, get the stick in the hands, force them. They're going to shoot a lot. They're going to take shots, but just make sure they're not quality shots. And I think that's the number one focus.
Coach, when you look at the other side, obviously the defensive coordinator is Dave Petramalo. What has that been like to prepare against somebody that was here for the last couple of years with the program?
I think, you know, you never know what he's going to do, but he's you know, has a way of coaching, and you understand that, so you prepare. You know, we prepared our offense to play against his defense, and we certainly played against it the last couple of years in practice. So hopefully, you know, it just comes down to execution. You know, how are we going to and making adjustments if he does tweak some things that he does. We're going to have to make adjustments and be ready for that.
Seemed like the season just started, but there's 2 games left. Is there kind of an added ramp up, you know, into knowing we got to win one of these 2 just to get into the ACC tournament, and NCAA tournament is still up for grabs as well?
Yeah, you know, we're looking at this as an opportunity to you know, make that big next step, get in the ACC tournament, and hopefully lock ourselves an opportunity in the NCAA tournament as well. So it's huge for us, and you know, we're treating it like a playoff game, and we're going down there to play our best lacrosse.
Thanks, everybody.
Great. Thanks, Gary. Thank you, Gary.